So hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at this USS Voyager from Star Trek. Like I said, it's not really the best show, but I do like the ship though. It's pretty cool. Thought what they did there. It's going to be a pretty simple review. So these builds are usually pretty simple. It's just a hull. Most of the detail comes in like these parts here and stuff. All the information. And here we have our parts map. You see 3 sprues of plastic plus the upper and lower saucer section. Now first we have some detailed painting instructions for the different parts here, which is something different from the older kits. And here for the saucer too, detailed painting instructions. So first we put the saucer together and continue. And then we put these windows in the saucer. Then we have here the engineering section, the lower hull. We get a couple windows to put in there, and the sensor here in the front. We put the saucer together, put the saucer onto the hull, and then we have here one of the 2 engine pylons to build. And here is the lower plate, and the engine pylons on there. Put that together. And we put the engines together, put it on there. We got a shuttle. We've got a shuttle bay here. And our little shuttle there. Then we have our stand. And here's the painting instructions for the upper part here. And then we have all the decals. Which there's always a lot of decals. And also on the sides, in front, the back. Really simple builds, and they actually they turn out to look pretty well. And this has a pretty large decal sheet, but these I would probably paint on. This might be kind of hard, but I have the color for it. But a lot of this stuff like these can be painted, but you're missing in the details there. And here we have these are for the windows. Which is something different from the older kit, because I had the older kit and it didn't have that. It had clear pieces you had to you put in there and paint. But this actually has windows with peoples. That's a new addition to this kit. But it's a good looking decal sheet. And these sheets are usually pretty good too. So first we have the saucer section. Here's a bottom piece. You see they do have some pretty fine detail around here. And phaser banks, and phaser strips here. These are the escape pods here. There's ingrain detail. And they have some fine little details here. And it's a pretty big saucer section. On the top of the saucer, also you see here the ports for the windows, and here's for the sensor array and everything. And you have all the windows, and I always paint those separately, some black and some kind of a whitish yellow. It looks like some are used and some aren't. So here's one of the sprues, and this just has the engineering section, and these are for the engine nacelles, because the nacelles rotate. But these are kind of weak to have a plastic. You should have a metal rod really. And you see there's also fine detail here. And here's the second sprue. So we have, here's the front of the sensor array. You have here the base, and here's the piece that goes on the side. These are also sensors, but they go on the hull. And this is the part in the back where the engines connect. Also a couple other smaller pieces there. I think this has a lot of good detail on it. And this gets a lot of painting too. Has different colors in it. And the saucers too. I mean the sensor array too. Then we have our engine nacelles. There's a shuttlecraft and a couple smaller parts here too, and this is part of this display stand. It's not really much to see on this one. Let's see, once again you see all the little details on this thing. And the shuttlecraft looks pretty okay. That's the one from Tom. And these are also those sensors that go in the hull with all the details. And then there's this sprue. Once again we have these strips here, for, sensor strips. The engine nacelles, the connectors for them. And this long strip here that goes on the see, there's a lot of detail here too. And here's the last sprues. It's actually one sprue, but it's broken in half. They had it like that. And it's the clear parts for the sensor array, the windows and stuff. So it has decals for the windows, but it has clear parts for the windows too. And these are for the engine nacelles. And it doesn't matter how clear they are really, because they're going to be painted all of it. These don't have to be crystal clear. Well, these models are pretty simple builds. It's not a lot of parts, but it is a lot of painting, so you do need a little bit of experience with painting to do it. But it's also, I mean, you can do it like you want. If you're a Star Trek fan, they're good to buy and build. Even though some of them cost up to $60, $70 for the older AMT ones. I have a lot more too. And I want to go through them slowly for my Star Trek and Star Wars fans. I got some Star Wars kits too. Some older ones and some ones from Bandai. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and join me next time. We're going to take a look at this Jack Panzer 38 Hetzer from Cyber Hobby in 1/35 scale. Until then, bye.